Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
All right. Yep, we are in the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas. And right now, sitting with me is a very special guest, and I'm going to get to his introduction. I am your host, Ernest Silva. Excited to be joining you guys inside the Sports Analytics headquarters. We are in the Into the Lab movie studio. We're excited to be here today. Guys, we will have some fun for you today. We have some NFL Pick'em Week 6, and boy, if you rode the wave last week, you were rolling on some money, so you're going to want to know where to put that money this week. And as we're getting started, we're going to have some of the crew joining us. And so my co-host, Steve Reiser, will be joining momentarily. I see him popping in. But let's start off first off with what you might see on your screen. And no, it's not just your screen acting funny. That's not just a glitch on your that is actually our sponsor, Glitch Energy. That's right, guys. Go to glitchenergy.com. That's with the Y. And put in that code BCMG. That gets you 20% off today. Glitch Energy, fantastic partner, has sugar-free options, has options that keep you healthy, have supplements, fantastic stuff. Go check them out, glitchenergy.com. That's right. Use that code BCMG today. All right, guys. You see that glitch come off the screen? Now you got some more faces on the screen. Joining us.
Seemingly just blocked out me and Dre's faces there.
I did. I absolutely did. I wanted you guys to be a surprise. But that man you just heard with that Boston accent, you saw him in San Antonio. He was here visiting last week. He is back in Boston in prime fashion. That's Steve, the General Reisner. What's up, Steve?
Nothing. Just sitting here. Happy to talk some sports with Mr. Denny Lennon tonight.
That is right. Denny Lennon is here. I'm excited to talk about him in just a second. But, of course, the other man coming from way across the world in Bali, Indonesia. That's right. He looks like Aaron Rodgers, but it's not him. It's Dre Rodgers. What's going on, bud?
Good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning. Sorry if I'm a little loud for you, Dre. I'm a little excited about tonight's episode. So
it's actually a great week, isn't it? And this episode, last week it was me versus Steve, but this week is you versus Steve in actually two sports, not one, but two
sports. That's right. Our Houston Astros going up against them Boston somebodies in the ALCS. Yeah, we're definitely going to have some shots fired there. But let's talk about the man who's waited patiently since 7 o'clock. He doesn't know this show runs late. That's right. That is the man you've come to love. Denny Lennon has joined ITO again. What's going on, Denny?
Happy to everybody. Hey, look, what a beautiful time it is to be in LA. I mean, sure, we got fires and oil spills and governor recalls, but we also got the Dodgers right here in LA playing San Francisco Giants. Iconic series, Game 5 tomorrow up there in NorCal. We'll see what happens. I got a feeling my Dodgers are going to be moving right along. I got a feeling.
I like that. I like that feeling, Denny. I like that feeling. I like that feeling maybe for my wallet later. We'll talk a little bit about what that pick might look like with the Dodgers. But I'm excited that you're here, guys. We have Denny for a very special story he's going to talk about in round one. That's our round one segment Denny will be talking about. I'm not going to name the award yet. I'm going to let him talk about it. And then round two is an NFL Pick'em. So stick with us as we go through everything, folks. You're going to hear that bell in just a second, and we'll start round one. That's the bell. And if you heard a bell, you're going a little cuckoo and Kavessa, because there's no bell. Denny, I'm worried about you right now. Round one is Denny Lennon live and in charge. Denny, it's all you, man. I see a lot of emblems, so talk to us.
That's right. I'm repping the shield. That's the AAU shield. I know some might think it looks a little bit like the NFL shield. We precede the NFL. As a matter of fact, the AAU, founded in 1888, precedes a lot of organizations. They were founded to codify sports back in the late 19th century. And by 1930, they named their award after one of their co-founders. One of those co-founders was James E. Sullivan. And in 1930, they decided to recognize the nation's top amateur athlete year in, year out, and they've been doing it since 1930. So some of the greatest athletes across any sport, any gender, have been named an AAU James E. Sullivan Award winner. Now, as of last year, they weren't able to convene together because of the COVID pandemic. So I had the opportunity, fortune, to host it right here out of this garage, right over there. And we had in some of the top athletes in the country. Trevor Lawrence was in. He didn't win. You know who did? Sabrina and my boy Spencer Lee out of Iowa, wrestling. A wrestling fool that guy is. So those two tied for it last year. We're going to see who wins this year. I'll be glad to tell you who the finalists are. But I just want everybody to know that this award is so prestigious. It precedes the Heisman Award and many others. It's been known for a long time, and maybe it's lost a little recognition in this crowded space of social media. But I am here on this blue collar media group to bring it back to life, because I have noticed as blue collar people, they're all over the place. I put out one small little tweet today. I got retweeted, I don't know, a couple thousand times. I don't know what's going on with this blue collar media group, but it's happening. And I'm part of it tonight. Oh, wait, that reminds me. I didn't see myself in the open there. I was just wondering what I got to do. What do I got to do to get on that new slick openings?
I'll tell you what, if we're going to bring back that video footage, if you called the LA Super Bowl, then you're going to have a face plant right there in the beginning by yourself with both helmets clashing into each other. I guarantee it.
It's coming. I'm within 3 miles of Sophia Loren Stadium. That's what I call it, after the beautiful Italian actress, because that's how beautiful that is. Now, SoFi might be some finance group. I'm not really sure, but that's Sophia Stadium. Beautiful. And it doesn't assault the eyes. All of the corporate sponsors are sandblasted in, and you walk into this beautiful, it's the only open air stadium in the world, and it's got this translucent roof that allows the sunlight to come in, so you feel like you're in LA. I mean, I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. I went there and saw the Rams beat Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. And I went there recently to see the Chargers take down those Brown Dogs. It was beautiful both times. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to be hosting. Chargers, Rams at SoFi Stadium, February 13th, 2022. Everybody chalk it down. And we'll remember with that little drop that you're going to bring back to me.
I don't know if you saw the week 2 featured Super Bowl matchup between the Chargers and Cowboys, but that was a really good game. I wish I was there at SoFi. Oh wait, Dre doesn't like that. Denny, I'm gonna say right now, many people still aren't sure what the AAU Sullivan Award is. So why don't we give them a little bit of history, huh?
Sure. So as I mentioned before, Amateur Athletic Union, which was founded in 1888, then. It's an amateur organization at this time. It really services youth sports. So people have heard of AAU basketball, but there's 40 sports and 800,000 young athletes that play under the banner. And so that said, the AAU Sullivan Award's been going on for years. I mean, there's a long list of great winners, like Bobby Jones, the great golfer that won the Grand Slam. He was the first winner. But you can go over guys like Doc Blanford or Bill Bradley or Bill Walton or Carl Lewis, who is the host of the show now. See, I only host when you have to do it from a garage during a pandemic. Otherwise, they put Carl Lewis up on the stage. And so then this year, I'll be the director of the show that's happening in Orlando in conjunction with the AAU convention. And then there'll be some recognition at the Magic Knicks game that night, right? So Carl Lewis will be our guy hosting the show. But, I mean, Peyton Manning, Tim Tebow, who else? Missy Franklin, Ezekiel Elliott. I saw one of those first years. Look, I'm telling you, this award goes across the board with these great, and not only great athletes, but great stories from the past. Like in 1936, this guy Glenn Morris won the award. He won the decathlon in Berlin in Hitler's face, right? The Leafy Riefenstahl was the filmmaker that Hitler put there to build up the German myth and to make. I'm half German, so I could say that, and you can't. So, right. Because I remember, when, like I said, Redskins, everybody freaked out. All right, so
oh man,
so she was there, and she claims in her biography to have had an affair with this American decathlete. As a matter of fact, she said he ripped open her blouse in front of 100,000 people when he was awarded his gold medal. Not true, but you know what is true? Eva Braun, Hitler's mistress, actually gave him his gold medal. That's who Glenn, that's the guy. And then he comes back to a ticker tape parade. He gets the Sullivan Award. He goes and plays 4 games for the Detroit Lions, goes off to World War II, suffers some injuries, come back, works on an atomic rig, and then dives deep into a depression of alcoholism, and he can't even attend the Colorado State renaming their stadium after him. These are stories that are woven throughout all of American history, and they live through the Sullivan Award, and they'll continue for years to come. So as mentioned, how about this, Artie? Why don't we show all these winners with a quick little video here?
That sounds good. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I mean, there are some big names in that award. I mean, for some of our younger listeners, they'll recognize people like Michael Phelps and Peyton Manning and Ezekiel Elliott, right? So if you go back, I mean, there are some huge names. I don't know if I heard it right before we went to the video, Denny, but did somebody say one of the winners was Tarzan?
So that guy I was telling you about, the one who hooked up with Leafy, apparently. Ava Braun. Anyways, that one, he became Tarzan. I forgot that part of his life. He was Tarzan in Tarzan's Revenge. Crazy, right? Like, that's a biography in and of itself. Like, that's a documentary. So you start to add up all of these people that have competed in anything from a pole vaulter to a diver to a swimmer, to track and field, to football. All amateur sports are represented throughout the course of history in this award.
That's pretty amazing. So as athletes and former athletes that were here, looking at the latest and greatest, right, in all of our sports, how do these athletes get nominated for an award such as this?
So there's a media call that goes out, and the national governing bodies of Olympic sports and other sports, along with SIDs at colleges, then nominate athletes. And then those come out, and those are pushed out to the public. And there's 3 levels of voting. There's the voting of the media, there's the voting of the AAU Sullivan committee, and then there's the general population vote. And so between those 3, that's narrowed down to our group of finalists.
That's pretty amazing. So Just give me a roundabout number. I don't know if you know this, but give me a roundabout number. How many total entries do you get average? I guess average. What's your average entries per year?
I think it's around 1,000 or something like that. And then that's whittled down on some level because, everybody's entering everybody. So that's whittled down on some point. And then usually it kind of depends. On some years, the popular vote could be over 500,000, and sometimes it approaches closer to 1 million. And then other years, it doesn't grab as much attention. But, that's generally where the numbers are.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Denny Lennon talking about the AAU Sullivan Award with us, the longest most tenured American sports award right now, older than the Heisman. I keep saying that because I'm just astounded because the Heisman has so much
1930.
Amazing. All right, Denny. So you got us hyped right now. The suspicion's building. Who are the finalists for this year?
Well, we can play them as I talk about them.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Let's do that. So everybody, probably to watch the Tokyo Olympic Games, if not the Rio Games, will know our first guy is Caleb Dressel. That guy got down. 25-year-old from Green Cove Springs, Florida. 7 Olympic gold medals. He's an NCAA champion multiple times at University of Florida. 50-meter freestyle and 100-meter. That's Kevin Copps. That boy, 24-year-old pitcher from Sugar Land, Texas. Arkansas SEC Pitcher of the Year, Baseball Player of the Year, drafted by the Padres. That is A-Thing Mo, 19-year-old from Trenton, New Jersey, track and field. She won the 800 meters at Tokyo. and also a gold medal 4x400. And that's Maddie Musselman, water polo. She's no joke. 23-year-old from Newport Beach, California. She's an attacker on the USA team. She won gold medal Tokyo and Rio Games. She was starting. That's me and Carl Lewis. You know, you guys should know this. Between me and Carl Lewis, we've won 10 Olympic medals.
You know, I had to look up Carl Lewis because you guys are like twins. You guys both presenting. Yeah. I thought you guys were just identical. I didn't know which one was you, so I had to go double check, make sure you weren't changing your name on me, Denny.
Yeah, we've combined for those 9 golds and a silver.
If you combine me and Tom Brady, we have 10 full chances.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I know that it does. You can steal that one, right? It works anywhere.
Don't worry. I was thinking about it, Denny.
I do want to tell you, Denny, from the people watching right now, you did get some support. Coach Peanut's watching. He's been on the show as well. One of our stream team members, but he was saying, "I'm German too. Don't worry. You know, hype it up here. You're not by yourself." And of course, he did say Kevin Kopps is a beast, and I tend to agree. I've even heard him up before we even brought him on here. Fantastic player. And Coach Peanut is a baseball connoisseur, so you know he's got.
He would know. Yeah, that guy deals. Yeah, so it should be fun. Those 4 will be in the room. There's 2 others that we're chasing, and they just have heavy conflicts on their schedule. So we're hoping they can make it through Florida. They may join the group, but those 4 are solid right now.
That's very excited. Do you want to announce the winner on here? I'm just kidding. All right. Wait, is this going to be one of my last questions? Is this going to be a nationally televised thing? Can we catch it anywhere? What are we looking at?
It'll be streaming on Facebook and other platforms of the Amateur Athletic Union. That's aausports.org. So people can find that. That's where it'll be streaming this year.
aausports.org is where you can find that. We'll post that out later for everybody that wants to check it out. I don't want to steal your thunder, Denny, but we do have an arrival who is very excited to see you. So let's bring him on. That's right. Davis Cordova has joined the scene here. Davis, what's going on, buddy?
What's up? I know I had to come here just to talk mess with Steve, you know. That's my favorite thing to do now. So, but I'm happy Denny's back on. So that's why I'm here.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely. Denny Lennon, one more time for the people in the back of the room. Where can they catch the award? Where can they find it? And
they can find it at aausports.org. But, you know, we also are hosting we'll host whatever the AAU hosts on our website, which is sportsstoriesdl.com. That's sports stories on the down low.com. Or you can go Sports Stories Denny Lennon if both of those work. And so we'll always have all that. And we're also doing a series pushes, you know, quick 1-minute hitters on the history of the award. And those will be hosted on our site as well as all our social media, which most of them comes under Sports Stories DL.
Very exciting stuff. Denny Lennon, everybody. Round 1 segment was about the AAU Sullivan Award. If you missed it, rewind and go take a look. It's worth it. Some big names there. But let's talk about Stream Team. Let's look at that trailer as we go into round 2 and what you've been waiting for. Ride that money train. We had a very good week 5. Where are you going to put your money in week 6? Here we go.
I can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now.
Oh! Yo! Flip that!
Oh, that was clutch.
Not gonna hurt. You got a pretty good punch there.
Having a mental breakdown? Fuck no, dude. I'm having a fucking mental breakup. Breakup. I see.
My fucking Christ. Those jump scares are fucking insane.
Oh my! Did you just die? No, someone fucking walked into the room that I was in.
Breaking tradition here. I fell through. I broke my leg. That's what I get for talking crap.
No fucking way! Let's go! Yo, that guy in the heli!
Watching that stream team gets me hyped every single time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out some of those streamers. Twitch.tv/their name. You might have seen a couple like Hailstorm711 or Punish_gaming, or go on Facebook Gaming with Raining Rana, and we can check out their cool stuff there. All right, guys, we are going to NFL picks, and that means Denny Lennon's on the spot. We're going to keep track of how he's doing. He wants to be on that cover. Denny, you give a perfect week. You'll take over the show next week. I promise. It's all yours. Guys, right after you hear the bell. That's the bell. That's the start of round 2. And Denny says he heard it. I don't know. People always say they hear something. I don't know what you're hearing. All I know is that you guys are a little cuckoo in the Cavessa, but we're going to NFL Pick'em. That's right. Comment your picks. We'll keep track of those. If the audience beats the experts, we will send you to a game of your choice. So far, the audience is 500, so Denny's looking to pick up that slack there and bring that number 16 over or 14 over because of the bye week this week. Let's go to Thursday night football tomorrow. Tom Brady, who we love talking about on this show, takes the Buccaneers on the road to Philadelphia. Buccaneers 6.5-point favorites in the first primetime pick'em. Denny, you may have the honors.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I got two pieces of laundry, if you don't mind. One, Marley, I told her, and she's not doing it. She needs to purge all my emails. Marley, get on that. There's a lot of damage in the backside there. Second, I want to say happy birthday to my father-in-law, whose birthday is tomorrow, Bill Jimbo. What's up, buddy? Happy number 82 to you. All right, so it's a Tampa Bay game. Of course, Tampa Bay is going to take that one. But let's think about something here, people. Buccaneers, Raiders, Bruce Arenas. Maybe he's got something in his email pass. We don't really know, but he does have Captain Tommy, so they'll be fine. I got Tampa Bay in that first one.
He's got Tampa. Do you have him covering 6.5 points?
I'm covering.
Oh, he has them covering too. I am taking Tampa Bay to win and cover this game as well. So keep the ball rolling here. Dre, you look enthused by this game. What is your pick?
Thursday night football games usually are crap, but this year they've actually been quite competitive, except for the Eagles-Cowboys one. But I really wanted to take the Eagles because I like how they played last week, and the Buccaneers defense is a little injured. Levante David is out, and Winfield is as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like the away team's gonna roll away with this, so I'm just gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Dre is running with Tampa Bay himself, and that sounds like it's a win and cover, Dre. Is that right? Yeah, he's taking that cover. Perfect. Davis, you're next on my radar. Who do you have in this game?
Well, we all know what Steve's going to pick, so we really don't need to go to him. No, the Buccaneers, they're just solid. If you look in the fourth quarter against the Dolphins last game, they were just up by 7 points, and they scored 21 in the fourth quarter. I think this is how this game's going to go as well. The spread is really low, in my opinion. I think it should be like 8 or 9, so I'm taking the Bucs to cover and win.
That's 4, and we've got an alert, guys. We're on a BCMG guarantee roll right now. Let's see if it continues. Steve, who do you have in this game?
Oh, you son of a bitch. I got the Bucs to cover.
He's got the Bucs to cover.
Brady just put on a clinic in Miami like the good old days.
Uh-oh. Get the fingers rolling. Get the fingers rolling. Ash,
I am not rolling my
are you solidifying this?
Oh, fuck you.
I am locking and loading Ernest with Tampa Bay.
I like that kid.
First pick of the week, and it is a BCMG guarantee. Roll the light, everybody. A BCMG guarantee.
Turn on the light.
That's right. That is a Tampa Bay sweep. Add it to your parlay ticket. Started early. Tampa Bay minus 6.5 is a lock. Put it in there. Guaranteed by Steve Reisner himself and the Blue Collar Media Group. Let's move on to our second game. Is going to be interesting. That's right. That does say Sunday morning football. But, guys, it is not exactly going to be in Jacksonville. It's going to be a London game. But, of course, we have to roll it. Mark does all the hard work here. So, guys, Jacksonville Dolphins. They're inflating palm tree balloons outside London's stadium for this game. The hype is real for the Jags in London. They love them. They play like 4 games a year there or something. I mean, they're just always over there. You know what, Denny? You're on my screen. How do you feel about Jags against Dolphins? Dolphins are 3-point favorites as the away team.
Who made the trip is what I want to know. I mean, did the Gumar make the trip? Is she going to dance in the coach's lap? That's my question. Because if it's going to happen in London, then everybody's all right. I take that back. Look, my Miami Dolphins are going to take that, and I say my Miami Dolphins because when I was an 8-year-old collecting helmets from IHOP pancakes, the Dolphins. Are you kidding me? A dolphin with a football helmet on? That was my team. I got to go with the Miami Dolphins, and they're going to cover.
Denny says laces out, guarantee it. Davis, how are you feeling about the Dolphins?
You know, Urban Meyer is like that way, like far, like across the sea far, and he's away from outside noise. Jaguars get their first win since week 1 of last year. Whoa. Give me the Jaguars.
Wow, we get it. We get a split decision so far, so no guarantee on this pick so far. But Ash, how are you feeling about those Dolphins?
So I'm gonna support the movement with Denny and go with the Dolphins on this one because I'm a sucker for childhood stories.
Nice.
2-1 Dolphins for childhood stories. Steve, you're on the fence for this one.
Yeah, I had no idea what to do, and then Davis picked the Jaguars, so I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
That's 3-1 Dolphins. Coach Penis says, I'm not there, but I'm riding the Jags train. That's for sure. He did also state that the Eagles were going to dominate, so take that with a grain of salt. But Dre, talk some logic here. Who are you going with?
I mean, Tua might be back this week, so, that's a great boost for the Dolphins. I think Brissett was hurt last week, wasn't he? So I don't know his status. And if Tua's not able to go and they've got Brissett out, who the hell knows who the third string quarterback is. So Jaguars are playing at home. I mean, come on. I think they have more fans in London than they do in Jacksonville.
In the state of Florida.
I know I've said that Lawrence is a huge bust, but I do think they have a slight edge this week. They're just going to keep feeding the ball to Robinson. And, I think the Jaguars will win.
All right.
Dre's
taking
Dre.
Jacksonville.
Thank you.
I am also taking Jacksonville to win this game. I think it's going to be a Trevor Lawrence onslaught. I think the game might even be over by the third quarter, and we're all going to go back to sleep since it's such a damn early game down there in London. One of these days we'll get it right. We're going to be calling them the London Jaguars after a while. I've been saying that for years.
8:30 in the morning is early.
It's early. That's early for a son. It's my only day off. I have a 1-year-old. This is my only day off. I'm going to wake up early for fucking football. Anyways, that's what we're going to.
You're going to be up.
Salad days, buddy.
I was going to say it was the snoozer of the week, but since it's too early for you guys, I don't think you're even going to wake up for it. So
I think it's just me at this point. Steve says no, but you know what? You know what? To silence Steve more than anything in the world is just making sure we roll this clip. That's it. I'm taking Dallas to win and cover. I'll just start this one off. Davis, how about you?
Well, while you guys were away, I threw up in this trash can next to me because of how ugly that was, like the colors and Gillette, ugh.
That's technically America. I don't know about the colors too much, but
it's really were going for a joke there.
It's not the same color on the flag, so it's not the same blue on the flag.
Cowboys 3.5-point favorites. Davis is hasn't given the pick yet, but Dallas has one bid here so far.
And hey, reminder: America's team is the Cowboys.
Failing horribly. It's kind of funny.
Davis, who you got?
I mean, is that a question?
I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask Ashley either. She's wearing a freaking Cowboys shirt on the show. At this point, there's a bias. So 3 Dallas nods. Let's go to Dre, who's usually anti-Dallas, but he's usually anti-Steve. So this is going to be an interesting pick.
Yeah, I'm glad you came to me first because I want to avoid that Mac Jones talk and Patriots offense looking good and all of this nonsense. This one's the easiest pick of the week. Also, I'm going to add that Astros is also the easiest pick of the week. So Cowboys and Astros for this one all the way.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve,
Red
for your
Sox.
support. I mean, thank you, Dre, for that support. We're going to go over to Denny. Denny, how are you feeling about the boys going to New England?
Cowboys and the Patriots. Look, two teams with their nicknames that are on the endangered nickname list. Come on. If you're going to take away the other nicknames, the Cowboys highly objectifying. So is Patriots when you think about it. Anyways, I'm saying Cowboys going to cover inside of Gillette Stadium.
Hey, Denny, you see this? That is not offensive. Okay, that is
right.
Not
It's the color.
It is
offensive.
That says Cowboys, Denny.
A BCMG guarantee alert, but I already know this is not going to be a BCMG guarantee. So, Steve,
screw your guarantee. This is the week. This is the week that it turns around. Now, you guys want to know how right on schedule the Patriots are right now?
How?
Week 5, 2001. Patriots are 1-3. First year starting quarterback. Well, don't have to name them. Down by 10 on the road, entering the fourth quarter. They win 29-26. Week 5, 2021. Patriots are down by 13, entering the fourth quarter. 1-3 on the road. They win 25-22. Also in that same year, the moment that everyone knew the Patriots were real, when they faced the reigning Super Bowl champs and only lost by 3 points. We just did that.
Man.
That's
wow. Hey,
why they call him the general?
Steve, I'm sorry, but you're not on the road, so it's not going to happen. There's one outlier in that.
We were on the road last week in Houston.
Yeah, but you're not on the road this week.
In Houston.
So we're not going to play
Texas teams.
Davis.
Steve,
you're saying that we're not going to.
Can we just skip
we're
this
going to
week,
lose
Steve?
because we're playing at home.
Put a video.
What?
Hey, Mac Jones is not the second coming of Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
No one said he was. I said he's a good fucking quarterback. Will you?
Steve, I got a question for you though. Sidebar.
What?
Do you take the Red Sox over the Astros? Did I lose audio? Am I there?
No, I think he doesn't know.
Steve, are you?
I do. I take the Red Sox.
The
I take the Red Sox.
Broke down.
Are Astros allowed their electronic side bodies?
Both teams can use their cheating tools because both teams cheated.
Then the Astros are going to win. They're good at that.
There you go.
But hey.
Yeah, an unfortunate circumstance. One of those highlights is Juju Smith-Schuster, and he is out for the year, which is really sad. Steve, you went on freeze mode there, but we're gonna move on to Steelers Seahawks. Seahawks 5-point favorites on the road, visiting those Pittsburgh Steelers. Sunday night football, primetime pick. Here we go, Ash. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one.
She's taking Pittsburgh to win and cover or just win this game. It's an upset for them. Davis.
Are you sure the Seahawks are the favorite?
It could be the Steelers. I have that wrong.
With Geno's.
I do have it here. Pittsburgh -5. Yep, Pittsburgh is a favorite. So Ashley has them to win and cover. Go ahead.
Yeah. I have to check if I have the Seahawks covering, but I do have the Steelers winning just because Geno Smith is starting. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he'll also throw 2 picks. I'm taking the Steelers to cover as well.
Perfect. Steve.
I'm taking the Steelers to win and cover.
Steelers to win and cover. Dre.
Snoozer of the week.
So, Dre, while you're sleeping, who's winning?
Yeah, who in their right mind will say Geno Smith is a good quarterback? I'm sorry, Davis.
Okay. Not good. A good backup. There we go.
Right.
Good backup.
The Steelers win. Who cares?
Steelers win, and they win by a lot, says Dre. All right, Denny, talk some sense into us.
No, I'm pretty sure the Steelers are going to win. Going away. Look, Russell is what Seattle had. And the other thing about that is, who doesn't like Heinz Field? I mean, come on. Like, if you're going to get rid of one condiment, is it going to be ketchup? I don't think it is. I'm taking Steelers.
I will tell you this: who doesn't like ketchup, and who doesn't like a BCMG guarantee? Pittsburgh to win and cover. That's right, the second BCMG guarantee of the week. Wow, I just love saying that. Almost 3 with that Cowboys game, but nope, we don't go 3. We have 2 guarantees. That's right, 2 guarantees. Buccaneers -6.5, Pittsburgh -5. A BCMG guarantee by Steve Reisner and Blue Collar Media Group. Thank you to Steve Reisner and Blue Collar Media Group for that perfect giveaway. Thank you, Steve. Let's move on. I'll tell you what, Titans-Bills could be a doozy of a game. That may be a dogfight. Many are just writing out that the Bills are going to run away with this, but I will say this, the Titans have fight, especially if both Julio Jones and A.J. Brown are active, which it seems like it's leaning that way. I'm going to start this one off with Steve. Steve, some analysis on this game. How do you feel about Bills Mafia winning this one against Tennessee?
I have to do the unthinkable and pick the team whose name I'm not going to say.
So you're not picking the Titans? Is that what you're saying? I think we've lost Steve. Steve's taking the Bills to win and cover in this game, but he will not say it live.
So beautifully. I didn't even have to say it out loud. Thank you, Ernest.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Steve takes the Bills to win and cover. Let's talk about the man who has Bills Mafia running through his blood, Dre Rogers. Dre, how do you feel about this game?
I thought that was Steve.
No, it's both of y'all at this point.
You know, I actually really wanted to take the Bills on this one, but I gotta have at least a few that are opposite of Steve. So I don't know. I guess I'll go with the Titans with the upset. Why not?
Dre leaning Titans because Steve chose Buffalo is the most non-BCMG guaranteed thing that could happen on this show. Ashley, who do you have in this game?
I'm gonna also go with the Bills on this one.
Perfect. Ash is going Buffalo for reasons unknown. Davis.
Hey, I just want to say real quick, shout out Luke. Happy birthday, bud. Because me and you used to say this all the time last year. No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Bills are winning and covering. And Dre, this is my snoozer of the week. This is really bad. This game's bad.
Davis calling it a blowout for the Bills. Denny, I'm before you go, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking the Bills to win and cover. That takes it to you. Who do you have in this game?
I mean, I don't know. Come on, this city got their name like they named themselves after buffaloes. I don't get it. That said, I think they're going to run away with it. I think they're going to run away with it. Buffalo, easy.
He doesn't get it, but and Steve agrees. He doesn't understand the team name. Is that what you're saying? You don't understand the team name?
Yeah, I do not understand the team name.
Is it Buffalo Bob? Did they mean to say Buffalo Bobs? Is that what they meant to say? Buffalo Bobs?
I'm not really sure. There's a lot about Buffalo that I don't understand.
Right. It's confusing. It's confusing.
I mean, how good are the concussion protocol doctors in Buffalo?
Right.
Yeah, hey, Ernest, the real question is, does Steve eat buffalo wings? Is the real question. If he hates buffalo so much, does he eat buffalo wings?
Fucking God.
There's a lot that goes into this.
That's definitely yes, but that takes us right into our fire round. Fire round starts off with the big matchup that Dre's been looking forward to. Bears, Packers, Soldier Field. Dre, who do you have?
Come on. The Bears suck. You know that. Everybody knows that.
Dre goes Green Bay on this one. Steve.
I'm going to take the Packers. Team, but I'm a reasonable human being and not a troll.
There's some brotherly love right there between Dre and Steve. Ash.
I'm not sure if y'all saw Aaron Jones last game, but I'm on the Aaron Jones wagon, so I'm going with Green Bay.
Green Bay is a choice there. Davis.
Dre, put your hand down. I'm going with the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Give me the Bears.
Are you serious?
The Bears
Why?
at Soldier
The Bears.
Field is the pick for Davis.
Yeah.
Davis,
Why?
you said that this could be a really make or break week for you, Davis. Why the Bears?
Well, this is also a make or break week for the Chicago Bears. I mean, you saw how they played last game. They shut out the Raiders.
The Raiders. Wow.
Well, hey.
The Raiders who hated their coach.
They shut out but they shut out. They basically shut out the Raiders, and they can win with their defense. And they take Packers games personally, so I'm going with the Bears.
He's going with the Bears. Denny, is there some sense and some logic to what Davis is saying right now?
I'm going with the Meat Packers.
I love this guy.
So Denny's going with the Meat Packers for the Bears-Packers matchup. And they will cover. I am taking the Chicago Bears to win this game as well. I am riding that Bears train. I do want to say this. Kenny, although not here today, wanted to chime in and say Davis failing at trolling is so tough to listen to. Taking shots from afar, Davis getting hit.
Hey, you just have to try whatever's there, because when Steve's mad, I'm happy. So.
Oh, yeah, like when you trolled me about being a recovering alcoholic the other day. That was fucking, hilarious.
Here we go. Here we go.
What's the next game?
Next game is my snoozer of the week. Colts Texans. That's right. Fire round. Colts Texans. Let's go around the room. Drake.
Indy.
Davis.
I got to check. Colts, but hey, Colts, but Texans cover.
Taking the Colts. Ashley.
Indy.
Steve.
Colts.
Denny.
All day with the Colts, baby. All day with the Colts.
Oh, man, it comes down to me. BCMG guarantee or Texans? What am I thinking? It's a BCMG guarantee. Colts win this game at home quite handedly. That's a BCMG guarantee. That's right, people. Add it to your parlays. Is that only number 3 for the parlay, or is that number 4? I got to check at this point.
I think that's 3.
That's number 3. We have Tampa Bay covering. We have Pittsburgh covering. We have money line for the Indianapolis Colts. All right, guys, let's move on. Lions, Bengals. Oh, my, is the headline for this one. Denny, talk to us. Who's winning this matchup?
I got the Cincinnati. I like that city. Cincinnati's a nice city. It's a nice city. Now, I know they're leaving Cincinnati, but it is. It's a nice city. They do a good job with things. But I like those Bengals because that's where Paul Brown built a franchise that lasted the test of time. Cincinnati covers.
Cincinnati for Denny. I'm going to match that feeling. I like Cincinnati. Cincinnati for me as well. Davis.
I have a soft spot for Dan Campbell. Give me the Lions to finally get a win.
Wow, Davis taking shots this week to catch up. Detroit is the pick for Davis. I will say this, though. Kenny made that same pick, so we weren't going to get a guarantee out of this one. Dre.
Paul Brown.
Steve.
Mr. Brown.
We're go Ashley.
I'm going with Cincinnati, too.
We are Cincy'd out on here. Davis and Kenny taking shots with the Lions. I saw their coach crying last week. I understand that passion. We'll see if Detroit can pull this one out at home. All right, this to me is a possible game of the week if I didn't like the Patriots-Cowboys matchup. This is going to be a great game. Ravens at home against the Chargers, both 4-1. Steve, who do you have in this matchup?
I'm taking the Chargers. I part of me wants to take the Ravens, but I don't think the Chargers are going to give up that lead like Indy did. I think the Chargers are a better team like Indy, and I don't think you can let them go up on you like that.
Yeah,
They showed a lot of flaws in a great performance.
Yep, I completely agree. I do think the Ravens were studs last week after falling behind, but the Chargers are a very good team. I don't even know why I'm even talking. This should be Denny's segment completely. Denny, why don't you tell us how great the Chargers are?
They are. And look, this is a team that is named for a credit card. Like when Baron Hilton had the Hilton, and he owned the original team that was the Los Angeles Chargers before they're San Diego Chargers. And he was like, what can we get for people to spend more money? I know we got a credit card. Let's call our team the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if you ask me if I'm putting all of my credit into something, it's that quarterback. If you got Mahomes up here, and then right on that second level is our boy Herbert out of Oregon, killing it at the Rose Bowl, killing it at the Senior Bowl, and now killing it in the NFL. That's an easy win for the Chargers on their way to Super Bowl 56.
Wow. Hendy's got the applaud in the background. I'm impressed. Denny has the Chargers backing in LA. Ashley, who do you have for this game?
Denny's making me sway a little to the left because I originally had the Ravens down, and I may just go back and rethink that game.
So basically, Denny told a story, and now you're.
She looked in her purse. Shit, I have a credit card.
It's a great story.
It really worked.
Great.
It's working. It's working.
So, Ash, are you picking the Chargers after all?
I'm just gonna stick with the Ravens right now.
Oh, she stuck with the Ravens.
I like that she's open. She's open to stories. That's important.
I like that. I am taking the Chargers to win if I didn't say that already. Dre.
I actually had the opposite effect from that story. I was going to go with the Chargers, but I'm switching to the Ravens.
Because the Chargers are just putting people further in debt, those assholes. Davis.
I got to go with the Chargers.
Dave is going with the Chargers as well. Guys, we have probably one of the more one-sided games, I think, of the week. Football team versus the Chiefs. Anybody riding the football team in this game? All right, cue it, Dre. That is a BCMG guarantee. Kansas City all the way. It's a very lackluster Kansas City BCMG guarantee, but we're going to take that there. Woo! All right. We got to go. All right.
At least they got to keep their name.
Are they trading for Mac this week or not?
No, they are not. Not yet. Ride the Williams bus. All right, Giants versus Rams, which may be another one of those games that we all decide, but I'm going to give Denny his chance here. Denny, why are the Rams so good?
Oh, Jesus. Because Ramsey takes basically the whole field and shuts everything down. Now, besides that, there are two Giants teams that are going to take a beating from Los Angeles-based teams. One San Francisco Giants, and the other's the New York Giants. Both of these things will be happening, one on a Wednesday and one on a Sunday. Let's move those Rams one step closer to Super Bowl 56.
Quote that.
Yeah, quote. We'll put a quote on that for sure. We're going to clip that. Davis.
Well, unfortunately, the Giants are going to win the baseball game, but the Rams are going to smoke. The Rams are going to smoke the New York Football Giants. So,
see, Davis started that sentence, and then he said, "I can go either way with this. Where am I going? Where am I going?" And then chose baseball. I love that. Ashley, who do you have?
I'm going with the Rams on this one.
Going Rams. Dre.
Yeah, no Kenny G, no Barkley, Rams.
Is Danny Dimes playing?
I don't know.
Who cares? Steve.
Yeah, Rams.
All Rams, that is right. All Rams is okay with us. There we go. A BCMG guarantee. Add it to that ticket. Add it to that parlay. It is in. Let's move on. We're going to Carolina. Carolina Panthers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to be surprised at this one. We might be a little mixed. I'll be honest. Dre, who do you have in this game?
This was close to being the snoozer of the week for me.
Ooh.
But McCaffrey might potentially be back. I think the Vikings are going to rest Cook on this one. And I really like that Panthers defense. So Kirk Cousins is going to throw 3 interceptions. Panthers.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that doesn't happen because I have to start him this week in fantasy.
That is Steve's fantasy. Steve, what's your pick for this week?
I'm picking the Vikings.
Is it because you need a Kirk Cousins week?
Yes, it's because I need Kirk Cousins to be the fucking man this weekend. So I'm gonna fucking. I got 2 running backs on buys and Russell Wilson fucking with his finger destroyed. So, yeah.
All right, I'm taking
everything's riding on Kirk Cousins right now for me.
I'm taking Carolina. That secondary is going to be tough. I wish you the best, Steve. Davis.
Is the Panthers newly acquired defensive back playing this week?
Yes.
Yeah, what's his name?
What's his name, Steve?
What?
He's talking about your guy.
It doesn't matter. I'm going with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins going to throw all over the Panthers.
Davis goes Vikings and supports Steve in his endeavors.
Man, Davis has gone Vikings, Bears, and Lions. What world do you live in, man?
I don't know, but Denny's about to tell us about what his pick is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, look, I know everybody likes my stories so much. So, look, on the Vikings, I think Anthony Barr's back this week playing at linebacker. He was on my son's freshman football team at Loyola High School. And my son set every single passing record only because he just needed to throw a swing pass to Anthony Barr, who was playing tailback in those days, and he would run it in for 90. Love that kid. That said, going to have to give up on him because Sam Darnold has been freed from the New York Jets, and he is finally playing football like he played at USC. And don't forget, Sam Darnold's grandfather was a Marlboro man, and he was also on the classic show Emergency of the 1970s playing a fire captain. So how could you not go with that quarterback, Carolina, to cover?
Facts.
I mean, I don't even know how to follow that up. Do we just move on to the next segment?
I do
Ashley, I
love
think we
the
still
Jets
need your
landed.
pick.
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers as well on this one.
Did Denny intimidate you, Ash? You could say it. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to go after that. Let's just be honest. I'm glad I naturally picked Carolina in this game.
No, I'm following all his stories, like I'm totally loving this. I'm here for every second and moment of this. The stories just solidify the pick,
Denny's got
you're
a
doing it,
lifelong
Ernest.
fan in Ashley.
You're doing it to her, Ernest. Come on.
Yeah, that's my bet. That's my bet. Browns versus Cards in a game where Baker must show everything he has to beat those surging Cardinals. Guys, I will start this one off. I have Arizona continuing to be undefeated. Of course, I do think they'll be undefeated till they lose in Dallas January 2nd. Whoop, whoop, but we will continue that hype train. Dre, who do you have in this game?
Yeah, to me, this is the game of the week. And, it's a very tough decision for me because both teams are great. I know Baker has been playing pretty shitty this year, and I know I went early with the Miles Bloomquist back-to-back MVP thing, but he really has been playing quite bad. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona as well. I'm gonna start this right now.
He's gonna start it now. Denny, who do you have in this game?
I really want to pick those Brown Dogs. They're my third favorite team in the league. But I got to tell you something. Never has a nickname been better than Mighty Mouse for that damn quarterback from Arizona to beat my Rams. So I got to give it to him, man. That guy can ball out. Arizona in this one.
Ashley, who do you have in this game?
I'm going with the Cardinals as well.
She's going with the Cardinals. Davis.
I don't think I've ever told this story, but back in hey Dre, chill out. Back in 2017, Baker was down in Norman, and they were coming up here to play, and College Game Day was here in Stillwater. So I made a sign that said Fayetteville PD for Heisman because that was the year that his police video got released. So I really want him to sign it. I have it in my closet. So the next time he's in Dallas, I'm going to try and get him to sign it. But he's really bad. I don't like him, so give me the Cardinals.
That's Cardinals, guys. This comes down to Steve, the General Reisner. Steve, are we shining the light on a BCMG guarantee?
You already have my picks.
I want the world to hear it, Steve.
So you already know what it is.
I want the world to hear it.
Yes, the Cardinals are going to win this game.
That's a BCMG guarantee. Hype it up. Hype it up. That's right.
Hey, Ernest.
Arizona money line. Yeah.
Ernest, is that money line?
That is money line. That is money line only.
Because they're the underdogs too, so that's gonna boost it.
Beautiful, beautiful, guys. We have come down to the final game. I wish I had like a clip that says like it's a final count, but we don't, right? So, all right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Broncos versus Raiders, game of the week. I'm just kidding. Broncos versus Raiders, a team that's trying to find themselves after losing John Gruden, and of course, the team that's trying to find themselves, period, after losing. But I do want to make this a little pause before we start this. Let me do a shout out to Coach Peanut. Browns fan galore. He says Browns will shock the world because Arizona has a horrible run defense and the Browns have the number one rushing attack. Okay.
That's not really shocking the world when they're favored to win the game.
But here's the big shock here, Steve. He said you're all wrong. Coach Peanut. Take it easy, Coach Peanut.
You're fired.
Just kidding. Broncos versus Raiders. Here we go, guys. Lead us off here on this one, Davis. Who's taking this game?
You know, I was really in the air about this game because, you know, the Raiders lost their coach, and they could go one or two ways about this. They could either just play really bad on Sunday, or they're going to blow the Broncos out of the water. Well, it all depended on what Derek Carr said, and he said, "I love the man, but not the sin. Give me the Broncos." All right.
Davis taking the Broncos. Steve.
Yeah, I can't bet on the Raiders after all that. You got to go Broncos here. Can't bet on the Raiders for a while right now.
Steve taking the Broncos. Ashley.
I completely agree. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Oof. Sound the alarm, guys. We're getting close here. Dre.
Can we get that song again, Ernest?
No, that's a one-time thing. I don't even know why I did that. I'm just hyped Denny's here.
I really want to go Raiders, but I like the guarantee much more. So I'm just gonna go Broncos.
He's going Broncos. All right, guys. That comes down to Denny. Who do you have?
Let's think about this. If Gruden had sent all those emails when he was at the Raiders, nobody would have said anything because that's what Raiders do. They just do that kind of stuff, right? But then I'm thinking myself, shoot, the last time emails were this central to American history was when Hillary's emails were exposed during that 2016 election, and she lost. Therefore, the Raiders will lose. Therefore, I'm going with the Broncos.
I'm going to clip that. That's for damn sure. That's probably the best. I'm taking Denver just for the BCMG guarantee. That's right. Ring it up, guys. Denver for the win. I will say this, though. Kenny did pick the Raiders to win this game. So virtually it's not a guarantee. But
he's not on here.
Steve Reisner has admitted that this is a BCMG guarantee. So, guys, let's go back through our guaranteed ticket, right? Now, this I think I still hear
Steve
Steve
not
talking
long enough to get over this guarantee talk. I hate that word.
If you go ahead and plug that parlay ticket for the BCMG guarantee, Tampa Bay -6.5, Pittsburgh -5, Indianapolis money line, Kansas City money line, Los Angeles Rams money line, as well as the Arizona money line and the Denver money line, and you plug that into a parlay ticket today, you're looking at a 21-1 odds on that ticket. So if you don't know how to do math too well, this is pretty close. $5 gets you 110. Go put that in, guys. Last week we did you right. Go do it again. BCMG guarantee got you your money last week. We'll do it again this week. And Kenny's right. It can't be a guarantee regardless. That's true because even if it doesn't happen, we're not doing anything. But BCMG
Kenny
guarantee
doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Kenny's just mad because we didn't count it. Guys, at the end of the show, on your sign-off, we ask you to give one guaranteed pick yourself, right? Representative of you. So what's one game? Can be baseball, football, anything this weekend you would put on a parlay ticket as your sign-off goes out. We'll start with you, Dre. What's your guarantee?
I mean, I already said it earlier. Houston Astros, baby.
Dre going Astros is a guarantee here. Denny.
Oh, come on now. It's got to be the team that broke the color barrier. That's right. The beloved Los Angeles Dodgers, ones that draw, what do they draw, like 18 million fans a year? I mean, come on. Dodgers win over in Game 5, and they move towards repeating as a World Series champion.
So far for the ITL ticket, you got Dre Rogers, Astros, ALCS winners, Denny Lennon, Dodgers, NLDS winners. Steve Reisner, what's your guarantee of the week?
I can guarantee Dre is wrong.
Do it.
You gotta pick another game, so you can go Patriots if you want.
That's all I got, and I'm recording on my phone, so I can't even pull up the app. So
Got to pick another. Give me a game. Hurry, Steve. Go. Give me another one.
Nothing. I don't even know what the lines are on anything.
Anything.
Patriots,
Anything.
Cowboys,
Could be
you
football.
have.
Could be basketball.
Oh,
Could be
fine.
baseball.
Patriots.
Oh my gosh, he's saying Patriots money line.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
Yeah, didn't we get that story
you and
about
Davis can figure out
all
what
those
you want to pick.
games?
And Kenny's from afar saying Texas money line against Oklahoma State. Davis, we haven't even talked about that. That's our game.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm headed to Austin on Friday.
Are
I'm
you
going to the
really?
game. I'm going to the game. Going to
Oh my
DKR.
goodness. We should talk more about that after the show. Ashley, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Texas Aggies.
She's going with A&M money line as her ITL ticket pick. Davis, what's your pick?
Well, obviously it's Oklahoma State plus, I think, 5. Yeah, Oklahoma State plus 5.
If I can't put Oklahoma State plus 5 because I already have Longhorns money line on here, what would be your second pick?
My second pick would be the over in the Cowboys-Patriots game because the Cowboys might even hit the over-under themselves.
Got you. Over Dallas, New England. My guarantee of the week is going to be tomorrow night's game. Tampa Bay minus 6.5 is my guaranteed pick of the week. I think the Buccaneers just going to demolish those Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, it was a pleasure. It was wonderful. I'm going to do guests, then ladies, then sports scientists. Let's start off. Denny Lennon, tell the people where they can find your wonderful content.
At Sports Stories DL, I'm on the down low. I'm Denny Lennon. At Sports Stories DL is where you get me on most everything. And appreciate any and all support and loving this blue collar people. These blue collar people, they're my people. Believe it or not, one of those guys in Los Angeles who actually works like blue collar people. So that said, thank you for all the support. Love being on this show.
Absolutely. Fantastic to have you, Danny Lennon. You stick around for a bit. We're going to chat. That's for sure. Let's go over to the sweetest voice on ITL. That is right. Ashley Garcia.
Thanks, Ernest. It was a blast again. Looking forward to Sunday's game and seeing you guys next week. But you guys can follow me at sweetpeach4_ on Twitter.
I promise you I'll have yours in a very nice font next week, Ash. I didn't know you came into the middle of the show, so I apologize for that. I am going to skip over the men with some weird fingers pointing down. I'm going to go over to Dre Rogers. Dre, where can the people find you?
I do have a question for Ashley. If I'm in the mood for some taquitos, any place you recommend me going?
She already plugged off Dre, but that's Taquito Express. That's right, down in beautiful Brownsville, Texas. You can get Taquito Express for $9.99, which is all you can eat tacos. Beat the record, Steve. The record I think was what, 110 tacos?
I don't know.
It was something like that. 110 tacos, and your tacos are free, but that's the record. I don't know if anybody's ever going to beat that, but that's the record. All right. You look like you're a little bit more in the zone there, Davis. Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at longhornsuck.com. You can find me at DavisCordova11 on Twitter. I don't know why he's panned over to Steve, who's probably frozen.
Feedback might be coming. No worries, I got you, Danny. Put you on mute. All right, so let's go over to Steve Reisner. Steve.
Dead.
Steve.
Yep, there you go. At Reisner_Steven on Twitter, and check me out on the Blue Collar Facebook, Blue Collar Media Group social pages. Sundays 11 a.m. Eastern Time during the NFL season.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, you're catching us at Add Into Lab Pod live Wednesday nights. Thank you for joining us all night. For all of you who stuck around, we appreciate you guys. We topped the 700 mark on our episode last week live. Overall, we had a little over 3,000 of y'all join us. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Lapsters community. Again, glitchenergy.com as well as a Patreon of Into Lab is always an option for you. Join us, become a Lapster, be part of the show, and get those hidden picks that we don't show you guys on here. I am your host, Ernest Silva. Have a great night, everybody.